Hey guys, this Crypto she does it all, a little bit of everything. I am going to read this report about Kelly Ripa and my Consuelos. Um, Before I go any further, I don't wish death or divorce on anyone. I know it's painful, I know it's crazy, but I have also heard if you wanna get a divorce, if you don't wanna have a man, go on reality show or have a show with them or work with them. Once you start working with your significant other, the disrespect, the misunderstanding, everything comes together, and before you know it, file for divorce. They can't handle each other. But in this case, I would feel a little different because they have worked together before, one day here, one day there. Now, to do it every day is a different story. And I think they'll survive. They'll survive it. They look fun. They have three beautiful kids together. They have their heads on their shoulder. And why not? I think she'll be okay. He'll be okay. And for one thing, I realized they say Kelly Ripa has a diva attitude about her. It's her way or the highway. And we know Michael Strahan quit on her. That crazy guy from American Idol. This guy have every job in America. This is ridiculous. Like, can you at least let somebody else get a job? Ryan Seacrest have every job that is available in America, and he does it all. And I think it's not fair. We need to allow other people to explore, to get themselves into the industry also. But for some reason, because he knows a lot of people in the industry, whenever there was a spot available, he's there. And before you know it, he's on the new show. I don't know what to do with this man. Okay. Kelly Ripa and Mark Consuelos doomed. I work with my husband. We divorced. That's somebody's opinion, and it might not work for everybody. What did not work for you doesn't mean it's gonna be the same for somebody else. So let me see what it says. It says when Susan Damari married the 6'4" brown hair, blue eyed man she met working at an ad agency in her 20s, she thought he would be her greatest support as her career grew. Instead, he became a thorn in her side. The pair ultimately ended up at different agencies, but their professionals' lives were closely intertwined, and they often work on the same account. Damari ran creatives while her husband was on the sales side. It felt like they were competing against each other. Now, that's when we have a problem. Now, Kelly and Mark Consuelo, they're not competing. They are giving you the news. They are having fun. This is not something I'm better or she's better, she's doing it better than me. No, they are having fun and making money at the same time. That's a different. When you in sale, you are competing. Who is making the most money? How we gonna divide the money? How we gonna pay the bills? To me, that's a different scenario. Okay, we were always wanting to outshine each other. That right there is messed up. With better work, better results, and a happier diet. Damari 50 and a Greenwich Corn resident told the Post. Things got even more complicated when they had children, and Damari felt she had to be the one to put her ambition on the back burner. Well, that happens a lot. We both cannot be working and try to raise kids. Something gonna happen to these kids with all the respect. Somebody have to sacrifice, and you cannot be selfish. If the man is bringing enough money, not financial advice, not any kind of advice. If the man is bringing enough money, you could sacrifice a few years until the kids get older. Why not? You don't want to only have money, not have kids, or only have kids, not have money. You wanna do both, but manage to make it work. I ended up taking most of the time at home, she said. The tipping point came on a transatlantic flight to the Cannes Lion International Festival of Creativity, a global event for advertising and communications professionals held every year in France. Oh, excusez-moi. You go to Paris. You're going to complicate stuff to the romantic place. While her husband slept, she was left to comfort their crying baby for hours, surrounded by their colleagues. Listen, some husbands don't care or don't understand. It is our mother instinct to take care of our kids, to nourish our kids, to give them the love that they need. You are bragging, you are complaining, concerning about something that some people might not agree with it, but we were born to do this. We have the love, the understanding to take care of the children. I have four with no fools around to help me, and I survive it. My youngest right now is 14. Come on, give me a break. uh all of my old bosses were on the plane. I had to walk my son up and down the aisles the whole time. She said it was not fun. Had they been in different industries, and had she not had to see her spouse snoozing while she dealt with a hysterical child, Damari said it wouldn't have been nearly as bad. Working in the same industry ultimately exhausted their marriage. They divorced in 2013, dividing the major conference in their industry so that they can each have their separate moments. He goes to Cairns and I go to South by Southwest, she said. You know what? You can tell it was too much competition going on. It was not going to survive. The marriage was not going to survive. She's nagging, complaining, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. Why he's sleeping? Why he's doing this one? Why didn't you think about it before you decide to have a baby? You know, the guy was not a supporter. He was not into helping. He was not into 50-50. So you decide to have the baby. Now you're complaining because you have so much to do. I don't know if that's the right way to go. You cannot put Consuelo with Kelly in the same pot. They were not competing with each other. They are having fun and giving news and interviewing celebrities. What's so bad about that? That's really different. Working with a spouse can be tricky. This week, Kelly Ripa, 50, and Mark Consuelo, 52, started co-hosting ABC's Live together, and by most accounts, the couple, who have been married since 1996 and have 3 children together, bombed. Viewers harshly criticized their painful fake banter and their on-air PDA and TMIs. Experts say such a bumpy broadcast is to be expected. Listen, Kelly Ripa been in this game for a long time, okay? And you've had many partners that left you for some reason. It did not work out. You gotta know when to hang the coat. You gotta know when to say, you know what? I have done it. I have enough money. I'm not gonna stress myself. I'm going to retire. And to try to make it work over and over with different people and stress yourself out. For what? For what? Your kids are grown. You have enough money. You have enough fame. So why are you trying so hard to be relevant, to be in the news? It just doesn't make any sense to me, you know? Okay, let's see. Couples who work together have to deal with switching back and forth between these personal and professional roles and understand what that means for their relationship, says Smithy Joshi, chief psychologist at Ripa, a Boston-based mental health app. We sometimes also see challenges arise, in this case, around power dynamics and independence. For many of us in relationships, work is an outlet for independence and provides a separation from our home life. When these blur, or when the status of one partner is different in the professional setting, say they are a manager or boss, versus the more equal footing that we strive for a relationship, greater understanding is needed. You can't be looking to compete with each other. Competition is a death of a relationship. You are a team, she told the Post. Those who do decide to mix marriage and business should strive to keep things equal and celebrate their partner for their strength rather than showing resentment. If you are in business together, it's because you bring something to the table and they bring something to the table. It's not about who is having the bigger spotlight, Gotti said. That's how it's worked for Sam and Rob Masabni, who met more than 2 decades ago in Hoboken. They first worked together at the tech company HubSpot. He in the collections department, she in the customer service before starting their own company. They now run a lifestyle brand and treehouse called the Woods, Maine in Norway, Maine. Sam is in charge of the employees and retail operation. Rob handles all of the finances. They each split parenting duties equally. Those are people that want to make it work. They want to make it work. They will find a way to make it work. We found out complementary space even when we were at HubSpot. Both our roles were very complementary. I saw him as an expert. I expected his expertise, and he respected my perspective, Sam said. But she admits working with the old ball and chain can strain a union. They are both passionate about work, but Sam says her husband can turn off the stress of the day easier than she can. Okay. The truth is, I think Consuelo and Kelly Ripa are gonna make it. I don't think anything gonna go wrong. They're just having fun. They are not in a competition. They are not trying to get the biggest bonus. And they're just having fun interviewing people they already know in the industry. So I really don't see how it would not work. And the previous couple that did not make it, that get divorced because they were working in the same industry and they were in a competition, that's because it started with the mess. It started as she's feeling bad for herself, it was not gonna work because she already think, oh, why me? Why everything I have to do? Why the man is sleeping? Why he's snowing? And why I'm up taking care of the baby? Sometimes you have to compromise. Sometimes you have to make it work. And at the end of the day, it's not easy, but gotta do what you gotta do, man. Subscribe and let me know how you feel. Is the marriage doomed or are they going to survive? Subscribe. Bye.